we're here at Bristol Motor Speedway for the Spring Bristol race. Mike Skinner on the pole, head of Martin Truex Jr., Tony Stewart, Bobby Labonte sporting a throwback to his brother Terry, Greg Biffle, and Jamie McMurray. As we're going to go green at Bristol with a great start from Mike Skinner.
That's a great start for the outside lane in general, as even Truex is clear.
Labonte trying to clear for third, can't get it as Mike Skinner leads lap one, and Labonte looks for second.
Send Truex up the track, but he will get the run on the outside. Looking like a classic Texas dairy out here.
Andy Lally. Oh, they're wrecking her by Andy Lally.
Oh,
no.
Championship contender Casey Mears just gets turned by Denny Hamlin into the outside wall. Andy Lally gets a bit of it. Kevin Harvick and a few cars just come piling in here. All right, we're seeing again Denny Hamlin. Yeah, he just kind of dives in and turns Casey Mears. Andy Lally gets a bit of it. Kevin Harvick, Paul Menard, Jeff Gordon, and Jeff Burton get a tiny bit of it, but they all should be okay. And then up ahead here, Kevin Conway and JJ Yeley just decide to push Cale Gale across the back straightaway. Okay. All right, looks like Cale Gale, they were involved in this mess a bit. Cale Gale turns his teammate and then turns across JJ Yeley and Kevin Conway, and they just don't move out of the way.
Well, I think JJ Yeley was kind of pissed about that and maybe just kept the throttle pinned.
Yeah, and that left Kevin Conway stuck in it too. Mike Skinner leading over Martin Truex Jr., Bobby Labonte, Jamie McMurray, Tony Stewart, and Greg Biffle. Only DNFs from that one are Casey Mears, who is currently second in points, so big points implications there, and Denny Hamlin, who's trying to get into the chase right now, so not good for either of them. As we have about equal of a restart here. Truex Jr. trying to power around the outside, the two-time winner from 2008. Neither at this track, though. They were at Watkins Glen in Atlanta. And
yeah, Martin Jr. kind of had a breakout season last year. He didn't really do much until from his rookie season or 2007. But he did win Dover that year, and he is clear.
Yeah, great restart from Martin Truex Jr., the 84. Kevin Harvick on the apron here.
Is he pitting?
No, he is just slower on the apron. The leaders are going by him
if he keeps up.
Yeah, I don't know what.
No, he's pitting now.
All right, yeah, I think he just had to come around again because of the pit, the pits here, and caution's out. Oh, that's a car wedged at the wall. DJ Kennington. We saw him in the wall. Mike Bliss just turns a hard right, and violent crash for DJ Kennington. Okay, so from Mike Bliss, I don't know if 36 got into him a bit, and then he comes down and JJ Yeley gets a pretty hard lick from the 01. And it looks like no one else involved, it's just those three, so but the pace car hit him a bit, it looked like, but in car with Mike Bliss, and I think he just lost control over a little contact with the 36 and ends up bad for both of them. Going to probably be the end of the day's fourth 01 and 36 car. Martin Truex Jr. leading off the pit lane. Had two RCR cars with great pit stops, or maybe some strategy going on with Vickers and Reagan. Then definitely strategy from the 70 of Lally. Then Bobby Labonte and Tony Stewart round out the top six. It's a great restart for Brian Vickers in the 3 car. He's going to be cleared to the lead immediately. So good execution on the pits for Richard Childress Racing, and great execution on the restart as Vickers is going to lead the lap. And Andy Lally strung up on the top line there. Definitely doesn't have the speed of these cars up here, but it's a track position race at Bristol. Maybe could hang for a bit. as Vickers leads over Truex, Reagan, Labonte, Stewart, and Lally. Caution! Brad Keselowski and Jimmy Johnson. Oh, big
Oh
pileup!
my
Oh.
god!
We got a parking lot here at Bristol.
Oh my fucking god.
Jimmy Johnson and last week's winner, Brad Keselowski. Keselowski hooks Johnson into the wall, then flips him on his side, and then a bunch of
And
cars.
Jeff Gordon, Paul Menard, fucking everybody.
And then this up here looks like Reed Sorensen and Carl Edwards are stopped on the racetrack. All right, we have a separate incident on the same lap. Robbie Gordon also hooks the 97 and leaves him up here, and all the cars.
Track.
Yeah, just
And
nowhere.
there's Paul Menard, Carl Edwards, everybody.
Yeah, two separate
Robbie
incidents
Gordon.
of drivers being hooked into turn one. Jeff Gordon went for a bit of a ride here, got just right into the 48, and it's tipped over by the 40 of AJ Allmendinger. And gets a bit of air there. Under the yellow, looks like maybe a power issue or something for the 31. He just goes slow on the outside and then comes to a complete stop. So issues for the 31 of David Reagan. We have another car with issues. Martin Truex Jr. is pitting under the caution. So that will put Bobby Labonte into second for this restart. It's going to be Vickers, Labonte, Stewart, Wowie, who has remained up here, then the Ganassi teammates of Biffle and Kenseth.
Yeah.
We're going to be going green here again at Bristol. A chaotic race so far. Great restart for Bobby Labonte. He's going to get the lead in the Terry Labonte Kellogg's throwback. And Vickers and Stewart are able to clear for second, third. And now it looks like Greg Biffle and Kurt Busch are going to settle into fourth and fifth as David Reagan is... he might be coming out of the pit lane over there.
Called as the year 2000 as we got a Labonte and a 3-car leading the field.
The cars out of the race after the major incident we saw are AJ Allmendinger, Paul Menard, Reed Sorensen, Quint Boyer, Jimmy Johnson, Brad Keselowski, Mike Bliss. Actually, Mike Bliss and DJ Kennedy were already out, but they join Mike Bliss, DJ Kennington, Denny Hamlin, and Casey Mears in the garage, which is looking more and more populated as this race goes on. Oh, David Reagan clears himself off JJ Haley in front of the leaders. Caution at Bristol, and Greg Biffle piles into him. I mean, you saw it live, but here's a replay. David Reagan just comes up and clears himself off JJ Haley just right in front of the leaders. And it looks like only Greg Biffle got a piece of it, and it wasn't very big of a piece.
And everyone walks out scot-free, I guess.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse, but that will nonetheless bring the caution out here at Bristol. Under caution, Bobby Labonte, the leader, he is going to get turned by his teammate, Robbie Gordon.
What the hell was he thinking?
That's going to be a real awkward meeting at Hendrick Motorsports this week.
Green flag, and we're back.
Yeah, the top three, at least, are Vickers, Labonte, and Stewart. Bobby Hamilton Jr. is a lap down. A few of the other cars are a lap down, I believe, but some of them are in the lead lap, like Matt Kenseth, I think, and Pablo Montoya should be. But Brian Vickers is the leader. As we're going to look at scoring here, Vickers the leader ahead of Labonte, Stewart, Kenseth, Montoya, Dale Jr., Matt Crafton, Kurt Busch, and then you have to go back to Jeff Burton and Kevin Conway, the top 10. Caution's out again here at Bristol. Robbie Gordon just kind of clears himself off a car. Jeff Burton there, and DJ Yaley piles in. And so
Lally, Mark Martin, Carl. There's the
Jeff Gordon, Martin Truex Jr., and Kevin Harvick also get a bit of it. All right, Brian Vickers leading here at Bristol over Bobby Labonte, Matt Kenseth, Tony Stewart, Pablo Montoya, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. As we are going to go green once again here at Bristol. Labonte with a tiny bit better of a launch, but not too much better. Vickers will be able to keep pace with him a bit, and not for long. Labonte will get the lead on the back straightaway with a great restart. Bobby Labonte back to the lead here at Bristol. 4 to go here as they cross the line. Or no, 5 to go as Bobby Labonte leads Tony Stewart, but they're dealing with lap traffic. Michael Waltrip and Kevin Harvick, I think they're going to be able to get by it. But Tony Stewart is right there with these laps closing.
We not let him.
Oh, there's a caution! There's a caution out! All right. With the laps grinding down, Matt Kenseth clears himself off Kurt Busch. And that will bring out the caution and bring us to green-white checkers. All right, we are back at Bristol Motor Speedway for green-white checker attempt number 1. Heartbreak for Junior Nation under the yellow as Dale Jr. had a tire failure. So that's unfortunate for the 28. As we are going to get going for a green-white checker finish. Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart, Brian Vickers, Matt Crafton with Pablo Montoya, the top 5. As we are green at Bristol. So if they get around, the race is over. And it's pretty easy here. It's very quick laps as Tony Stewart takes the lead on the restart.
Here comes Matt Crafton.
White flag for Tony Stewart. Matt Crafton late in this race trying to get there. He's going to grab second, but it's not going to be enough to Tony Stewart, who's going to take a commanding points lead at his second win of the season. Top five, Stewart, Crafton, Labonte, Bodine, and Kurt Busch, who rebounds from being cleared on. Tony Stewart, second win of the season here at Bristol.